Hello children. So the next functional group is carboxylic acid. Now the compounds which contain HC double bond OOH group are known as carboxylic acids. Like we have formic acid, HC double bond OOH, acetic acid, CH3C double bond OOH. This is the benzoic acid, benzene ring, C double bond OOH. The formic acid and acetic acids are liquid. Benzoic acid, oxalic acid, phthalic acid and salicylic acids are colorless crystalline solids. Now, the aliphatic acids are soluble in water, while aromatic acids are sparingly soluble in water. In order to test this functional group, we have three tests. First is the litmus paper test. So, what you are going to do? Take a moist blue litmus paper, and add, if it is liquid, the compound, add a drop over it, or if it is solid, then put the crystal over it. Fine. Now, if it turns red, then that means carboxylic acid is present. Children, it is possible that phenol is also present, because phenols also give the same test. Second is your sodium hydrogen carbonate test. So take a little bit of compound, that is 0.1 gram around, add sodium hydrogen carbonate, and if carbon dioxide gas evolves with effervescence, that means your carboxylic acid group is present. And this test is used to distinguish between carboxylic acid and phenol, because phenol does not give this test. Now the reaction for your sodium hydrogen carbonate test, this is RCOOH, that is your carboxylic group, plus NaHCO3, that is sodium hydrogen carbonate, gives RCOONA plus CO2, evolves with effervescence forming water. The next test is ester test. Take near about 0.1 gram of compound, if it is solid, and 1 ml if you have a liquid, plus ethyl alcohol, plus 1 to 2 drops of concentrated H2SO4. Heat in water bath. You have to heat this in water bath. Then pour the reaction mixture in a beaker containing water. If you get a fruity smell, that means carboxylic group is present. Now the reaction is RCOOH, R compound, plus ethyl alcohol, that is C2H5OH, concentrated H2SO4 drops, gives RCOOC2H5. This is ester, which smells fruity, plus water is formed. Fine children, so this is the carboxylic group. The next group is your amine group. So you know that amines are substituted products of ammonia. These are the substitute products, means from ammonia we remove one hydrogen and then we add the group. So it becomes substituted ammonia. So we have primary amines, secondary amines and tertiary amine. Primary amines like CH3NH2, this is methylamine. CH3CH2NH2, this is ethylamine. And the benzene ring with your NH2, that is aniline. Secondary amines are CH3NHCH3. Here what happens? 2 hydrogens are substituted. Children, from ammonia 2 hydrogens are substituted. This is CH3NHCH3, that is dimethylamine. The benzene ring NHCH3. Here the first substitution is with CH3 and this is the aryl group, or the second substitution with the aryl group. This is N-methyl-aniline. N-methyl, this is aniline. Complete one. Then tertiary amine, CH3 whole thrice N, trimethylamine, and this is the benzene ring N, this is C2H5 and CH3. This is N-ethyl, N-ethyl, N-methyl, aniline. Children will go for the test. First test is your solubility test. Children, amines have appreciable basicity, and so they get dissolved in mineral acids. The reaction is C6H5NH2 plus HCl gives C6H5NH3 positive Cl negative. This is anilinium chloride, which is soluble in. Then that means you can see the solubility that in HCl this amine gets soluble. Second is litmus test. Your amines turns red litmus blue. The reaction is CH3CH2NH2 plus H2O reversible gives CH3CH2NH3 positive and OH negative. Next is your carbalamine test. This is given by aliphatic and aromatic both amines. Procedure is take 0.2 gram of solid potassium hydroxide, add 2 ml of ethanol to it and warm it. After that add few drops of chloroform and then again warm it gently. You have to warm, not you have to heat, only warm it gently. If you find an unpleasant odor, that means your amine group is present. Now we'll see the reaction for this. The reaction for this is RNH2, your amine, plus CHCl3, this is chloroform, plus 3KOH, this is potassium hydroxide, gives RNC plus thrice KCl plus 3H2. Children, this RNC is isocyanide, which has an offensive smell. The important thing to remember here while doing this test is isocyanide is poisonous. Please don't inhale it. Secondly, after this test, destroy the isocyanide with HCl. That means you add a little bit of concentrated HCl in the test tube in which you had done the test and then throw in the wash basin. An important thing is this test is given by secondary and tertiary. This test is not given by secondary and tertiary amine. Next is your nitrous acid test. Now this test is given by primary, secondary and tertiary. All three you can say amines. So here primary amine plus nitrous acid, that is HNO2. If you find bubbles of nitrogen gas, that means primary amine is present. Nitrogen gas evolves with bubbles. Secondary amine plus nitrous acid, it gives yellow oily nitrosoamine. The reaction is R2NH plus HONO, nitrous acid, gives R2NNO plus H2O. This is nitrosoamine. This one is nitrosoamine. Then tertiary amines plus nitrous acid, it gives soluble nitrite test. This test, if you get no visible change, that means tertiary amine is present. After finding out the primary test for amines, then primary test means preliminary test, not for primary amines. Preliminary test that you had identified that the compound is amine, and if with nitrous acid a soluble nitrite salt is formed which doesn't have any visible change, that means tertiary amine is present. The reaction is R3N plus HONO, that is nitrous acid, gives R3NH positive ONO negative. R3NH positive ONO negative. This is trialkyl ammonium nitrite. Trialkyl ammonium nitrite. Fine. Now next is your azodite test. So this test is given by primary aromatic amine. So here the test is when you add nitrous acid to primary aromatic amine, a diazonium salt is produced. Now to that diazonium salt, if you add phenol, then it gives a coupling reaction forming certain colored compounds. That compound may be red or orange in color. Now the reaction is C6H5NH2, this is aniline, that is primary aromatic amine, plus HNO2 nitrous acid plus HCl. It gives C6H5 N positive triple bond N Cl negative. Here children. This one, this is your C6H5N positive triple bond NCl negative plus 2H2O. This C6H5N positive triple bond NCl negative is benzene diazonium chloride. Now, this benzene diazonium chloride, when reacts with beta-naphthol, this is the benzene 2 rings fused with OH, that is your hydroxyl group, beta-naphthol, it forms an orange PPT. These 2 rings, your OH, your N, double bond N, and one more ring. So that means this is the aromatic test. It gives the presence of a primary aromatic amine. Now, after this test, we have the distinguished test between primary, secondary, and tertiary amines, children. So here we have the Hinsberg test. What you need to do is take little bit of compound, add 2 ml 25% NaOH and add 2 ml water. Along with add 1 ml benzene sulfonyl chloride. Then after adding benzene sulfonyl chloride, shake it for 10 minutes. After shaking, cool it under tap water and then note the PPT. Fine. Now, after noting down the PPT, then treat that PPT if it is formed with concentrated 2 ml of HCl. And then after that, observe. Fine. You have to observe the PPT and then add concentrated HCl. Now, if a clear solution in NaOH, if you get a clear solution with NaOH and then on adding concentrated HCl, an insoluble material is formed, that means primary amines are present. Now, if the PPT that is obtained, now here see a clear solution is formed, then primary amine. If you get a PPT and that PPT that is obtained in the test tube does not dissolve in concentrated HCl. Children, this is very important. If you get a clear solution on doing this procedure and on adding concentrated HCl to that clear solution and insoluble material is formed, it is primary amine. Now, if you get a PPT and that PPT does not dissolve in concentrated HCl, then it is secondary amine. Fine. Then, if you get a PPT and that PPT gets dissolved in concentrated HCl, then it is tertiary amine. Fine. Again, a clear solution if you get, and on adding concentrated HCl, insoluble material is produced, primary amine. If you get a PPT and which does not dissolve in HCl, then secondary amine is there. And if you get a PPT and it dissolves in concentrated HCl, that means tertiary amine is present. This is important test. Many times you get this test to do. Also in Viva. We see the reaction for Hinsberg test. So here this is benzene sulfonyl chloride. This is also known as Hinsberg reagent. The benzene ring SO2Cl, benzene sulfonyl chloride. Now, when you take the primary amine, that is NHHR. Right? Then this HCl, see the reaction? This HCl is removed here. The reaction takes place here. HCl is removed, minus HCl, and sulfonamides are formed. This is the benzene ring, here SO2 here as it is. Only this NHR gets attached to it. This is N-alkyl. N-alkyl benzene sulfonamide. Right? Then this N-alkyl benzene sulfonamide with NaOH it is soluble and with HCl it is insoluble. Right? Next, this benzene sulfonyl chloride when reacts with secondary amine. This is secondary amine NHRR. Again the same reaction. HCl is removed here and you get this benzene ring SO2 here NRR. N comma N dialkyl benzene sulfonamide. which is insoluble in NaOH. This is insoluble in NaOH. Now, again, this for the tertiary amine. This is the benzene ring, SO2Cl, that is benzene, sulfonyl chloride plus RNRL. Fine. It gives no reaction. That is an insoluble mass is in the test tube. Now when you add HCl, it gets soluble, forming here NRRRH and Cl negative. So here children, we end up with our organic functional group analysis. Go through it because in Viva you need this, and during the test come prepared. Okay children, bye.